What's up, my friends? Happy Monday. It's Griff Neilson, your holistic lifestyle hacker. And today I had the great privilege of speaking to the Young Automotive Group here in Utah. And they're awesome. Love those guys. Had a great time this morning. And we were talking about how to get more energy. And I think this is a big topic. How do we get more energy? And if you look at today's climate, the 21st century way of living, we are all about the hustle. We glorify it. Who's ever more busy wins. Who's ever the bigger hustler wins. I should have probably said hustle more. Anyway, I think that we live in a culture now where it's really easy to get burned out. It's really easy to convince ourselves that we always have to be doing more. And so what I wanted to make a video about today is how do we get back to the basics? We have this evolutionary mismatch going on, don't we? We have a body that needs rest. It needs a lot more sleep than the average person is getting. It needs a lot more nutrition than the average person is getting. A lot less sugar than the average person is getting. A lot less caffeine than the average person is getting. A lot less stimulants, energy drinks, processed food. Needs a lot less of that and a lot more self-care, a lot more exercise, a lot more fruits and vegetables, all these things. And I get it. That can be and feel, it can feel overwhelming. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to think of what area in your life can you commit to that's going to make the biggest impact, what's going to give you the most energy, what's going to improve your health and notch it up 2 or 3 notches the most. For some of you, that might mean getting to bed earlier. For others, it might mean taking sugar out of your diet or severely limiting it. It might mean taking soda pop out. It might mean preparing your food. It might mean exercising more. It might mean taking more self-time. It might mean taking time to laugh, to actually be a human being rather than, I gotta go, constantly. And I first want to say this. I get why we get there. I totally understand why we get so wrapped up in our day-to-day minutia, the get-go. I get wrapped up into it all the time. So I don't want you to think that, this is an indictment against you and that I'm coming from a place of piety. But what I am a big advocate of is lifestyle change. And I know this. The only way you're going to make long-term change in your lifestyle is by doing one thing at a time. Literally one thing. I had my group this morning in my keynote speech. I was telling them, find one thing. And if that means taking a 10-minute walk, if that's the one thing that you can commit to, not 25 other things, just one thing, master that. And then, and only then, approach the next thing. What can you therefore have more energy to devote your attention to next? But you got to master that one thing first. I'm not saying you can't have a master plan. I actually encourage you. Let's say you want to lose 50 pounds and you strategize about how you're going to do that and the behaviors that are going to be needed and the steps you're going to take. That's fine, but focus on one thing at a time and make sure it's something that is very, very doable. And this is the cool part, guys, because now you're not self-whipping. You're not like, oh, I'm a failure. I didn't get everything. Oh, damn. Now it's like, okay, I mastered drinking water. I mastered taking sugar out of my diet. I mastered exercising at least 30 minutes a day. There you go. Okay? One thing at a time. This is where we all fall short because we see the big picture, we hear the motivational speech, we hear online, we see the hardcore, no pain, no gain, and then we get all excited, we're going to do all this. And the simple reality is that 99.9% of us are not going to. So here's what I want you to do. And I want you to comment below and let me know that you're committed to one thing. What is your one thing? And give yourself a deadline. When will you master that? So say, for example, you want to drink more water. Say, I'm going to do it for Say, I'm going to do that for a solid month. And then I'm going to go to the next thing, okay? So what's the one thing? When's your deadline? Let me know if you're committed. You guys are awesome. You're worth that commitment. Remember to never excuse away that inner greatness. And always remember, life is good. Take care and have a great week.